Hi, welcome to Fighting Talk. I'm KUDO Mal. I'm on a mission to spread the news of KUDO in the UK, but also the benefits of being a martial artist. This time on Brew with the Crew, we interviewed Josh. Josh is a big supporter of everybody at the club, and he was the person that gave me the nickname KUDO Mal. Let's talk to Josh.
Hi guys, I'm KUDO Mal. This is Josh Adams from the Goshen and KUDO Academy. Just a quick check, Josh. First thing you need, someone on the club, on the head. If it's too hot in the room, you can check it off. You've ticked that box.
Come on, we'll see in a bit.
And the brew, is it a brew?
It's a beer today. It's an important
proper brew. Old school, you know, back in the day, you had to take on water, wasn't it? So good stuff on that one, right? So Josh, got a number of questions. First one, just get into the swing of it, right? You go in to have a fight, right? Ring, cage, whatever it may be. What's going to be your entrance music?
Ooh, I quite like Burning Heart from Rocky IV when he's training in.
Yeah, that is. I've got to now thought of that. Test see if I get the sound on you. So basically, Mike on the last Brew with the Crew nominated you. He said pretty much that you've always got something to say. And then he's saying that in a nice way. And like, in my opinion of knowing you, since you've been in the club, you've got a strong belief system. You're kind of like our Batman in the club, you know. It's that kind of, you're the man for injustice. You're the one that's going to solve the problems. Where does that come from, Josh? Where does that kind of the principle, high moral base come from?
Yeah, it's a bit personal in a way because like not many people know. So I had twins when I was 17, 2007. Great with the mum a long time, you know, and I couldn't have been happier. I absolutely loved it. You know, twins first go a bit hard, but you know, it's a bit difficult at the same time. They were born early, you know, but everything was great. It was fine. We lived in two separate houses, you know, her in Cardiff, me in Barry, and it worked. But you know, as relationships go, you know, we had a little bit of arguments and things like that, and then eventually 2.5 years, 3 years down the line, after the children, it just everything come to a head, and that was the end of the relationship, sort of thing. But to me, I never wanted that. You know, but it ended up, you know, things like police got involved, courts got involved, and it come to a head eventually where I had the children. Basically, they were taken from my care and placed in the care of the mum. And you know, and I offered the mum a number of times, you know, let's try again, clean slate. You know, I had a flat. But what I didn't know is some people got their 2 pence worth. Yeah. And I didn't know that, you know, that them people were kind of batting against myself. You know, it's not something. So it came to the point where I didn't have the children. After everything, you know, after everything I had to prove and everything I had to do, it just wasn't enough. Yeah. And I sat down and I just thought, that's not right. You know, I did everything I possibly could. I worked, I went to college, you know, and I still brought up the 2 children. Yeah. And it was hard. You know, I touch wood, you know, I met Danielle, you know, and good, but it just didn't sit right. It just wasn't, to me, that wasn't justice. You know, I brought them up, been 2.5 years, 3 years. Yeah. Everybody's happy, and then all of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, gone. And that became really. There's a saying, not many people who've heard it. So what it says is laws are like spider webs. So the big flies get through them, and the little flies don't. And I felt like a little fly just stuck in the justice, you know.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Josh, you've turned that kind of frown into a smile. I mean, you've turned it upside down. And I was talking to Les Booker. He interviewed me earlier, and you know, he's doing a lot with mental health. And you've been one of those that have been quite forward with helping with his next book. You know, so you know, we were having a little chat about that. So yeah, I mean, you've taken that very, very hard-hitting experience, you know, that would have affected your way of living. Everybody say mental health, but let's just say that it was affecting your life and everything in your life, and it had a big impact, right? So you are, for us in the club, one of the biggest advocates that we've got in the club. So, if there's going to be an event that's going to happen, it's going to promote the club. If someone wants to go to a martial arts, you're the first person to suggest go to KUDO. Go to the dojo is the best place. When we did little videos, almost like testimonials, yours was really clear. It was one of the easiest to cut because you know what you're saying. So what makes KUDO different, than the other martial arts? I know you said it in that, but if you had to kind of literally strip it down and say, right, I go to this place because 1, 2, 3, these are the reasons, and mic drop, and off you go. What would it be?
Family, number one. The integrity of it, and the support of everybody.
Yeah. So right, and the other thing, which for me this was, I don't know, it was just crazy that I've been teaching. I've gone through traditional systems and belts for everything, So it was like you're always chasing the belt. You're always learning what you're going to learn for the next grade. I was talking to Judo Steve in the house, and Judo Steve was saying exactly the same thing. He said everybody's like practicing for better than their ability or better than themselves, and not chasing the belts. So I only really realized this when people started talking and saying, I've been training at the club a number of years, and my gut feeling was like, I've been rubbish. They haven't taken grades. They haven't done this. But why is it that, do you think, in your opinion, that the belts are not as important this time around? Because obviously you come from like Tang Soo Do, you've done a few other things, and why is it this time the belts are not as important?
I did Tang Soo Do for years, and you do this, you do this, you do this, and it was drilled into you. This is why you do. This is why you do. This is why you do. And then I got a gradings, and then this is why you do. This is why you do. And that you never mixed with anybody. I go from we're only in Alexander Park, and it's only a handful of us. We go from there. We go and grade up in Pontpranay, big leisure centre, loads of people. Never knew anybody. Had to fight a couple of people, do a couple of katas and forms in front of people, and that was it. And off you go. And I was like, oh, okay. And then it came to a point then where I didn't want to do that. I had kids. That wasn't just my excuse, but I had kids. It's literally cold turkey. And I looked at all of these multiple things. Wasn't willing, because I'm lazy, not to travel far. Come across you guys, and even when I come and watched 3 times, I could just see it wasn't all about forms. It wasn't all about this particular structure. Everybody, the way it's taught, everybody is on the same level. Even everybody's got the black belts, the yellows, the blues, like that. It's the same. It's a playing field. It's a level playing field, and everybody learns the same way, the same speed. And you can't beat that.
That's right, and nobody's indestructible. I think, like Kieran said in that video, that you can't hide behind anything, and I thought they were great words to say, and it's for me, again, it's like I'm the same. I've got a level playing field that everybody can. It's a certain level of knowledge and experience and different age and all the rest of it. But you're right, level playing field. That's an amazing way of putting it. So you're known in the club for having a huge heart, right? You're definitely the black and white, the fairness. The Batman I was talking about earlier. But you're known for having a huge heart, and you'll support everybody, whether that's in the day or in the evening. Why is it important to you to kind of provide that support to the people in the club, in the club and outside of the club?
Yeah. Again, that goes back to what I experienced in from 2007 to probably 2011 is probably when it all ended.
Yeah.
And not having something there. I didn't have my family. I'd moved out at the age of 16. I left school, obviously, had children, and I didn't have anybody who I can speak to or anybody to give me a hand. And, and I literally got up one day and just thought, what, that's not the way to be, and I'll try. in anything I can to help anybody. You know, even I get told off all the time, oh, you've got this to do in this house, but you're going to help them in their house. And I'm like, yeah, I live in this house. It'll be done when it's done, you know?
Do you think there's a balance there? Because, you know, there's over the years where, you know, obviously I'm the main man, if you like, the person running the show. And, you know, you get to the point sometimes you think, well, I'm giving so much here, and people can, you know, buy in, turn up when they want, leave when they want. You know, if it's somebody's birthday, for instance, right? Quite often I got to sacrifice. So I'm there on my birthday, all the rest of it. And it almost comes into your character. And things have changed now. Like, we're a family. We've got more instructors. I don't feel the same way anymore. You know, and I believe that I get out just as much as I put in. You know, is that the kind of your feel of the club?
Yeah, definitely. Everybody, you know. What, I'm the type of guy, if you said to me, come down my house, put a screw in my wall, I'll come down and put a screw in your wall. I won't ask what it's for. I don't care where it goes. I'll put a screw in your wall. You know, but then I would do the same for me. You know? And you can't beat, well, to me, you can't beat that.
No, and that's the important thing, because I was talking to people about a place of belonging, right? And you know, this is a place that you can go, and then it's like, hang on a minute, these guys, if they, you know, they're all going along, and they all seem to have their own reasons for going, but they seem to need the club more than they do anything else. And I was sort of explaining it's completely different. I think when, you know, after the years of working with people, trying to get them to express their emotions and work on their emotional intelligence, that actually the people that are not opening up and kind of showing who they are the ones losing out, right?
Yeah, definitely. Before I started, 3 years ago, and 3 years, 2 months, and 11 days. That's how long I've been in. April the 20th, 3 years ago, 2 months, 11 days. Before I started, like, I wouldn't tell anybody anything. You know, I dealt with it myself, and I kept it into myself. But since going, it's like my safe haven. Yeah. You know, and that means a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's all the lodgers back again. He likes being in the videos. He likes it. It's so funny. Trying to do these videos at home with family, it's funny. Yeah, I mean, it is. It's that kind of. It is that safe place. And obviously, the idea of these videos was for us to kind of touch base, keep the connections going. So what, you know, for you moving forward, you started with the grades, but you said obviously the grades are not as important to you. You know, what are you aspiring for? What, you know, what's KUDO once we're back, right? And the doors are open and we're flying again. Well, what do you want to achieve in the next 12 months? You know, what do you want to get?
Months. I'll happily take a grade, because every time there's a grade, I seem to go on holiday. That's restricted now, so I can't be doing that. Well, I'll happily take a grade, you know, because it's taking part. You know, everybody does it. Yeah. But for me, in the next 12 months, probably just be better.
Yeah.
I use my weight to my advantage, so throwing I quite enjoy. Yeah. I'm heavy-footed, but I don't move.
Yeah.
Probably to be, you know, within the next 12 months, be an awful lot lighter on my feet, probably.
Well, I think this is a testament to the way that we work. You know, everything's about small steps, right? And when I said to you 12 months, you were like, I got to take these small steps first. So I'm very pleased with that. So cheers, Josh. That was amazing. Right. So finishing these interviews, right? Obviously, I know which bit you want to do. You want to nominate someone. So let's get you to that part of the interview, right? Right. So because you're known for being a little bit controversial, let's say. So you know, I don't think I'm going to have to edit anything out yet, so we've been okay. Right, so number one question, better drivers, men or women?
Men.
That was so quick, you didn't hesitate. Right, you are Welsh, aren't you?
No.
Oh my God, you're going to have to leave the club now. I'm joking. Right, so when you're abroad, do you identify as British or English?
English. All the way.
Oh God, I might have to cut that bit out. I'm racist now, aren't I? Racist. Right. Okay. Number 3. Can women and men be friends?
Yes, they can.
Oh, that's well. I kind of led you down a path there, and you didn't bite. Well done. And so, the worst martial art, in your opinion?
Aikido.
Akil. I
And
can't
that's
make.
because I wanted to study that, right? Like, you see videos and people just walk against each other, and all of a sudden they're like 50 foot in the air, and you think,
Oh, okay. All right. Best thing. You said 3 things about the best thing about our club. If you get one word answer for the best thing about our club.
the banter.
Banter. Yes, wicked. I'm worried about asking you this one, but I'm gonna throw it in. What's the worst thing you did as a kid?
Actually, yeah. So I used to wait for the fruit to be rotten, and we had this really old lady used to live around the corner, and I used to bombard her house with rotten fruit because she was horrible to us as a kid. She used to ring the police on us and everything.
An old lady.
Well, I say old. She was probably like 50, 60, right? I was 9 probably, but we on the hill on our bike, and my dog, for example, had an Alsatian, for example, and he used to jump on this tree, bite this tree, and she'd ring the police, and then the police would say, "This, we can't do anything. It's just a dog biting the tree." Yeah, and it used to just be horrible to us. So they should chuck all the rotten fruit at her house.
Okay. Yeah, okay. It wasn't as bad as I thought. You could have gone a little worse on that one. So thank you. Okay. Say again.
Fed my brother dog water once.
Did you? That's good. Just one. That's enough. Okay. One thing you take to a desert island.
One thing I would take.
Yeah.
A book.
A book. You know what? I read these, and obviously, it's like being the quiz master, and it says you always ask people one thing to take to a desert island, and never do they say a boat.
No, I'd be happy on my own up there.
Okay. Punching or kicking?
Kicking.
Kicking. I knew you'd say that. That was a good one. You're a good kicker, though. Fair play. You're a good kicker. Support is pretty much what you do, right? Club, outside the club for a profession.
Yep.
If you were to give someone advice of how to get themselves out of a rut, right? So you talk quite often about you being in a bit of a rut and you have to make steps to get yourself there. And this person's thinking, do you know what? I'm in a bad place. Those guys seem to be quite down to earth. How do I get involved in a club like that? What would your advice to them be?
Come and watch. Speak to the people at the end. For me, like I said, it took me 3 times to come and watch it.
Yeah.
Take one day at a time. Come and watch one day. And speak to everybody at the end. Just how everybody is with everybody. How the class is taught. How it's structured.
Yeah.
It's all done on a level. From start to finish. And if somebody's in a rut, they might be just in a rut with something physically in their life, but mentally they could be fine, so they get the mentality side of it, Yeah.
Oh, and I suppose that the key element of that is that once you've been, is to be as kind of open and honest as you can. My worries quite often of people are quite vulnerable when they go to those sorts of things, and just safety, isn't it? Like for me, it just make sure that people are not getting injured all the time, and it's not just fight club, and it's not actually people just talking hypothetically about fighting. They've actually got to do it, haven't they? Yeah. But, right then, Josh, you come to the time, my friend. Who are you going to nominate?
I thought about this because there's quite a lot of people in that club. I've got utmost respect for completely, and somebody who ignites not just my passion for Kudo, but something else. It's got to be Judo Steve.
Yeah, Judo Steve. Stevie's in the house.
He came in, he showed me, and I love it.
Brilliant. Well, yeah, I'm sure you'll be happy with that. I think there's a few other people who have been worried about getting interviewed, but it's been fun. Thanks a lot, Josh.
Thank you very much.
I'll probably see you in a couple of hours or something.
Yeah. Yes, anyway.
Take it easy.
Thank you.